Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Come on in. If you are new to the channel, please click the subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit the like button, get in the comments. If you are catching the replay, go ahead and type replay. Welcome all. You can connect with me on Instagram and TikTok, The Fierce Mompreneur. Also, you can go ahead and shop the website. What's going on? How is everyone? Thank you so much, Miss Stacy. How are you doing today? Come on in, y'all. Come on in. It looks like we have another CPS case. Glad you are doing fine. I am doing well. So it looks like Miss McIntyre has another CPS open case. This time, she wasn't asking for free items, right? You can tell she was annoyed, in my opinion. You guys, let me know what you think. We are going to watch them. For you guys who have not seen it. So we will go ahead and watch it. And then we're going to go ahead and look at what some people on TikTok are actually saying, because I know some of you guys don't go over to TikTok. So we're going to do all that. Hello, boss lady. How are you doing? So we are going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go over to her short. So she did post a bunch of shorts with it. The officer was, this is the video. We'll watch this one together as well. But Child Protective Services did come to Peach's house, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of it because it is now 9:25 and a lot of reaction pages have already covered it. So I know you guys know, but we're going to go ahead and watch it for those who have not seen it. And then we're just going to talk about it. And you guys let me know your thoughts. Let me know your. Hey, Regina, how are you? How are you? Yes, she did. And she did put up there that, in the state of Florida, it is no age. And the officer was not happy about that response. Legally, she's in grounds, but, to do that, as a parent, it's irresponsible. They suggest age 12, but it is just a suggestion. So let's go ahead and get into this. Who knows? But I don't know. We're gonna watch these videos, boss lady. But honestly, I think after what happened at the school and this interaction with this team seems to be very different than any other interactions we've seen with her in CPS. Mind you, if she's already manic and having a mental health crisis, she's going to answer the questions crazy. But she was kind of like condescending to me and just very already agitated, which obviously did not sit well with the officer. The social worker, but when you look at things on the social look it up, the internet suggests that you do get an attorney because the job of the social worker is to find some type of neglect or something, abuse. And to me, that is what the social workers seem to be like really doing. But let's watch it. Let's go ahead and watch it. So this looks like she is showing the social worker from her phone. Look at the officer's face. The video of herself on social media about the feeding the empty tummies.
Got me messed up. Y'all got names on this fucking bag. Talking about eating empty with a tummy. Got me messed up. Y'all got names on this fucking bag. Talking about eating empty with a tummy. Got me messed up. Y'all got names on this fucking bag. Talking about eating empty with a tummy.
Hold on, let me pull it back up. So that was her showing the social worker the video of the feeding little tummies, because in Peach's mind, she's telling the social worker this is basically how it all started. Let me see, because it was, oh, let me go back. Sorry, I was like not working right. Let me see.
All right. This year, so
Same thing.
All right, we are back to it. We got 80 people in here. Make sure everyone is liking. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments, and then we'll continue watching the videos. I really do appreciate you guys for your patience with that little slight technical difficulties. Okay. Yeah, she is spiraling, girl. This is worse than the 3-day velour suit. This is worse. She is agitated. She is hurt. She is triggered. She's got a lot of emotions going on, and she does not know what to do. Baby, she knew. She knew not to play. She knew not to play. And I'm wondering if they have it in her file or something that she's hostile. Because remember when they first were showing up in that other area at that other house before they moved into the townhouse and stuff, and she was out of town and we were seeing them on the Ring camera. Remember, it was just the workers showing up. Now it's always an officer. So I'm wondering, like, do they have in her thing that she's like an irate parent? Girl, we gonna watch it. Boss lady, he was not playing with her. He was looking at her like, you dumb B. He knew legally, but still, if he comes to that house, now that he knows you do leave your children, if he comes to that house and feels like something is going on, you can get in trouble. So that's just like when they catch in Florida the 2-year-old walking down the street with the diaper. Yeah, there's no age, but obviously that it was irresponsible. So they can make your life a living hell. You know, she better watch it. Girl, they sure did. They sure did. They can tell they were not following it. And that's why you can tell how her videos were cut and edited. But we're going to get into it. Yeah, that's why they know she's irate. They know she's crazy. Hey, KN, how are you? Hope all is well. Hey, Purple, how are you? How are you? I hope all is well. Thank you for tuning in, and definitely thank y'all for getting in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all know when y'all get in the chat and comment, it really does help push the video out. We already have 98 people in here, and we have been live for just 9 minutes. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. But let's get into this video. These videos, because I know that's why we're here. So I'm going to go in the order that she posted them.
Got me messed up. Y'all got names on this fucking bag. Talking about eating empty with a tongue.
Baby, she rocking in that chair.
So Peach Patch, I was just at the Lakewood Ranch Library. Starting my live stream had probably been live for about 2 or 3 minutes.
So this is making me wonder, are the kids in school? Because Gregory McKay would have been able to drive herself, but listen to what she continues to say.
My husband calls, I decline. Calls again, I decline. Calls again, I tell Gregory McKay, text your dad. Calls again, I say, let me get off live and just.
So Gregory McKay was with her, so he wasn't in school. And then I guess, well, they're in Manatee County, so maybe where she lives is not as far from Lakewood Ranch. I mean, yeah, but it has to be far where it makes no sense to go all the way home. Like going home is not a hop and skip. So I don't know why she was at the library today.
See, he said CPS at our house. So now I gotta leave here from work, go home, This is what people always do to me. They get upset with the way I behave on social media, what I say on.
Then change it. Then change it. Why continue to do it? Why? And you're putting your kids through it. At some point, you got to say, you know what? This is not worth the battle. I'm not going to continue to put my children through this. Now the twins are experiencing it. Phenomenal's getting older. Your kids are getting older. They're realizing when CPS is coming. Like, you talk about embarrassment. Stop doing this stuff. Stop putting it on social media. Stop giving people a reason, because you know they're going to be out there and they're going to call. Whether people agree or disagree, it's going to people. There's going to be people that's going to call, regardless.
Social media, and then they call.
Especially if you continue to show this type of behavior. When everything is smooth sailing and you're not showing craziness, you're not getting these type of calls. It's when you actually show your badass shit, crazy stuff.
Child Protective Services on me. People weaponize Child Protective Services to retaliate against me, and they let them. All right, Peach Patch. So y'all called Child Protective Services on me again. Can't wait to hear what the allegations are. Manatee County Sheriff's. All right, Peach Patch. For those of you who aren't familiar with Child Protective Services, they'll always show up in like a car like this. And then you can kind of look at their tags. If the tag is yellow, my fellow, most likely a state Child Protective Services worker. So Peach Patch, I was just at the Lakewood Ranch.
That's so crazy, because I'm in Florida, and you know what? When I see one of those cars like that, I don't think Child Protective Services. You know what I think? Oh, that's a city worker or a state worker. I have no clue. Like, I'm not expecting them to come to my house. Like, this should not be a norm. This shouldn't be a norm for you. Like, oh, this is how you write. No, like, girl.
All right, Peach Patch. Now, you know, every visit they ask to take photos to put in your file. All right, Peach Patch. Now we're going to get into the allegations, my favorite part.
I'm going to break down the allegations.
Sure.
That is part of it. So if it's
okay, thank you. All right, Peach Patch. Now
it says, so the report that we got was for leaving the children unattended without supervision. It mentions that the children are always in the care of the father, who is an alcoholic, even though, and that you are aware of his drinking. That he sleeps all day, he's not able to care for the children, and that he leaves other children to care for your other children. So, are you aware of any drinking?
No, my husband has been sober now for 2.5 years.
Do you know if, like,
and you know, I get it. We really do not know what wood does all day. But here's my thing, Peaches. This is the narrative that you created. You created the narrative that your husband doesn't help you every time he sleeps. That's the narrative that you put out here. Granted, we don't know what wood does all day, because out of, let's say you post 10 3-minute clips, that's us only seeing what, 30 minutes of your day? And that's what you choose to share. So no, we don't know what wood does, but we know what you said he does. You said he sleeps. You said you had to pay your husband to help you take care of the kids, and now we know money's slow. Slow. You're not able to pay him. So shit. This is the narrative you put out there.
Where this could have come from?
Of course, the internet. I have millions of followers on social media.
She doesn't have millions of followers anymore. And then we're really realizing some of them are bots. But yes, these allegations are either coming from social media, the library, the school, or hell, Jessica.
And they are aware of his history, or?
Yeah, I'm very transparent.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about his history?
No, ma'am. It's not important for your report.
Okay. But you said, sorry.
Go ahead.
But you said no drinking in the past 2 years, you mentioned?
Mm-hmm. 2 years in June, July, August, September. So 2 years, 3 months, 27 months.
What about you?
I've never drank or did drugs a day in my life. We also have previous drug tests on file, but I'll be more than happy to take one right now for you. Okay, and my husband will too.
Okay, wonderful. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
We'll do that after I go through everything, okay?
Not a problem.
The lady like, we was gonna do that anyway. Duh.
It says, so the report that we got was for leaving the children unattended without supervision. It mentions that the children are always in the care of the father, who is an alcoholic, even though, and that you are aware of his drinking. So it does mention a little bit about was it your twins that were in the NICU, but that was already all investigated in the past. Okay. Any complications since then?
No.
No. So it does mention a little bit about, are your children ever left unsupervised?
Of course not.
Like when you go grocery shopping or leave?
Of course not. And even if they were in the state of Florida, I'm allowed to leave my children unsupervised. There's no age requirement.
See, this is when a lawyer will tell you there's no need for you to continue talking. She asked the question, answer, close, it's done. Doing all of this, like I said, is where this officer can make your life a living hell.
For me to leave my children at home in the state of Florida.
Would you want to leave your babies at home by themselves?
Of course not. Why would I do such a thing? They can't dial 911.
But you just said that your babies can be left home alone.
Of course I could if they could dial 911. But they can't.
So
I don't.
All children of ages.
To answer your question, I do not currently leave my children at home alone. But in the state of Florida, there is no law that states you cannot leave your babies home alone. There is verbiage that says that the child needs to be able to dial 911 in the case of an emergency. But at the current moment, I have never left my babies at home alone, and I don't have any plans to do so. Thank you.
Does your 17-year-old ever help take care of the kiddos?
Of course.
Yeah. What does he do?
I'd rather not say.
Are you sure?
See, I feel like now you acting all calm. This how you should have went up there and returned that damn food. Now you're acting like you have some sense. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what she has going on. I'm not sure. I do not know why she felt the need to do all that. That is crazy to me. Hold on. I do not know why this girl feels she feel the need to go back and forth with these people on stuff. That's just, oh, she is doing the most. That condescending attitude. That condescending attitude. If we can get everyone to go ahead and like the video, I'm going to go ahead and get into y'all comments, and then we'll move over to TikTok. Let's see what everyone is saying. Everybody, remember, let's all get along in the comments. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Purple says she blessed. Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Ooh, I believe she called on herself to get people back in her grace. I was on the live when Wood called. It was like a skit. She said it must be an emergency and got off her live. Try, heck nah. Was she promoting them classes? I see she has some classes. Baby, she missing that TikTok money. She back to promoting these classes. Let's see. Yeah, she don't care about them kids' well-being, but she was just on the thing crying about being embarrassed. That's what I don't understand. Why is she still in this people's library? I do not get it. Hey, Simply Nicole, how are you doing this evening? I hope all is well. Y'all, I'm catching up on y'all comments. Yeah, that's crazy. You could tell it's some drama going on. And then who wouldn't answer? I don't give a damn if I'm on live when you know you can reset real quick when somebody is calling that has your children. Like, I don't get it. Who ignores those calls? Child, they had to sit outside. It was too much chaos in their house, baby. It was too much chaos in their house. No, Lord. The rumor had it, none of them have a driver's license. Right. This is not normal. That's why I'm like, you walking up here thinking, no, that's not the first thing I think. I think it's JEA, JTA. That's the city workers. I do not think, no, Child Protective Services would be in from no. When I see that car, that's the state city car. That's the last agency I think would be by my damn house. Not with the police too. This is a norm. So that's what, okay, so CC29, I wanted to talk about that too, because I Googled it because I was kind of confused and I couldn't get a straight answer. Like, if one parent is at home and CPS shows up while you're at work, can't the parent that's currently at home handle the situation? Or it is necessary for both parents to leave to be there? I was kind of confused, like, because you don't have to let them in your house unless you have a warrant. You don't have to talk to them. So why does she always run? Like, okay, we'll talk to them another time. Don't let them in. I'm at work. Tell them to leave their car. Get the badge number, ID number. But she does it so she can have content. Because I was wondering, I said, well, damn, why can't Wood just answer these questions? Okay, that's what some other people were saying. The school called. No one knows her new address. She was aggressive at that school. But you know what? It doesn't mean the school called. Somebody else could have called and told them where they go to school, and they could have got the address from the school, even if no one knows her address. People could have called and said, we don't know her address, but we do know what school the kids go to. And they could have easily called up to the school, and the school would have gave them that information. Yes, I do feel like she got herself in a mess. Child, she swears she at work sitting in that library selling those guys, but why was McKay with her? Yep, every time, every time. But this is unfortunately, this is why kids get lost in the system with CPS, because counties unfortunately do not communicate. And look how many counties she has lived in the last year. 3 different counties, and she's had CPS cases in all 3 counties. That's a red flag. That's where the cases get lost. And in her case, you know, thank goodness, from what we see, because like I said, we only see maybe 30 minutes of their life a day. So the other 23 hours and 30 minutes, I pray she's not really abusing these children. But for those children that are truly getting abused, this is how they could get lost in the system. And people be like, oh my goodness, how did the abuse go on for so long? From school to school, county to county, CPS from CPS, officers getting to know you different, you know what I mean, in different counties and stuff. So she's hopping around. She's very immature. You can hear it in her voice. She still does not know how to answer and have a conversation. You can tell she's nervous. You could tell she's intimidated, and she's trying to really just hold it all together before she breaks. And she'll be breaking soon. She did do this to herself. You don't have to get on social media and share everything. You've only been doing shorts. Like I said, a short is 3 minutes. So that's 30 minutes. We all know in this chat, we could have told her 10 different things to do to get, these 30-minute videos. Like, this is, yeah, you did it yourself. There's certain things you don't have to post. Like I said, your first reaction was to film when you got those damn bags. And not only that, you didn't even let it boil over and see what you could do. You immediately posted it. Social media runs your life. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. And that's what we never know. We don't know who it is. She's just out here acting a fool, paying. We don't know what's going on. She just out here just doing any and everything. And it's so crazy that she doesn't see. If you know people out here, like you said, the PAHs and all that, if you know people are out here and don't want to be around you and can't stand you and always, you need to change your ways. And like I said, we can still find 30 minutes of, footage that you can post. Hell, you went and posted that boutique talking about some, but it's a boutique and it's all over. No, you don't even know what the hell a boutique is, Miss Privilege. You don't even know what a boutique is, crazy behind. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so she should have been able to stay at work. That's why I was like, I'm confused. But I don't deal with them people. That's what they saying. She is delusional. Hey, how are you? I hope all is well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here and getting in the chat. I am catching up on the comments. Yeah, that's all they have to do is look at that social media and go down the rabbit hole, and they will see, hell, this girl is a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's what I never understood, and I'm starting to feel like, well, he must be really, really off, because why isn't he ever, I know he can't put together a sentence per se or whatever, but he still should be able to handle a simple conversation. They deal with all levels of people. You know what I'm saying? They deal with all levels of people. So he still should have been able to have a conversation. I don't know where he be. Exactly. So you could discuss it. That's a good point, Stacey. You can tell everybody your business on social media. Everybody. We know about the school and everything, but you don't want to discuss what happened at the school. You prefer not. Girl, they already see everything. They see how you harass Jessica. They see it. Talking about you don't want to discuss it. Girl, and that's why that lady just smirked and kept it moving. So that's what I'm wondering. They're saying Wood was there. Wood was the one calling. What you think? Wood wasn't there? And that's what he was calling to see who could get there faster? Because it seems like, why would they wait until, or Wood didn't open the door? Wood maybe looked out the window and he said, hey, they here. He see, she went over what she's supposed to see.
So this person is saying CPS went to Peach House today. Girl, I heard that. Let's go see what's going on. So Peach Patch, I was just at the Lakewood Ranch Library. Starting my live stream had probably been live for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Baby, what happened?
My husband calls, I decline. Calls again, I decline. Calls again, I tell Gregory McKay, text your dad. Calls again, I say, let me get outside and just see. He said, CPS at our house.
Oh, let me guess. She gonna blame everybody but herself.
So now I gotta leave here from work, go home. This is what people always do to me. They get upset with the way I behave on social media, what I say on social media, and then they call Child Protective Services.
Wait, so she really thinking it's people from the internet that's calling on her after everything she just did?
On me. People weaponize Child Protective Services to retaliate against me, and they let them. All right, Peach Patch. So y'all called Child Protective Services on me again. Can't wait to hear what the allegations are. Manatee County Sheriff's. All right, Peach Patch. For those of you who aren't familiar with Child Protective Services, they'll always show up in like a car like this, and then you can kind of look at their tags. If the tag is yellow, not yellow, most likely a state Child Protective Services.
So on the next clip, the CPS worker is looking at the video from when she threw that bag back at them people under that little glass and cursed them out. This fucking bag, talking about eating empty for the ton. Got me messed up, y'all. Now in the next clip, she's taking pictures of all the kids. I guess they have to update the pictures in the file, baby.
Peach Patch. Now, every visit they ask to take photos to put in your file. All right, Peach Patch. Now we're going to get into the allegations, my favorite part.
She said that's her favorite part.
So I'm gonna break down the allegations.
Sure.
That is part of it. So if it's
Okay, thank you.
Well, baby, stay tuned. We're gonna see where this going. But let me know what y'all think. Y'all thinking it's
Peach called CPS on Peach. Now, if I'm being serious, if I'm being honest, way back then, you right, I couldn't have been serious. Like, I really was ride or die for that woman. But after, time go on and you see her antics and you see the same thing over and over, I do, and it's just my opinion, I do think that she be calling CPS on herself. Like, if you look today, she's trending because someone called CPS on her again, allegedly. I'm starting to think, not even starting, I really do believe that this is just a part of her.
So the report that we got was for leaving the children unattended, without supervision. It mentions that the children are always in the care of the father, who is an alcoholic, even though, and that you are.
Please. But I can tell you for a fact that my husband does not drink. It's no difference in me. I haven't gambled in 5 months. There'll still be people. She lies. She gambling online. I've never gambled online. I always thought it was the stupidest thing. She lied.
So this was her live, but it looks like she has a green screen on. Baby, she is stressing. You hear me? Peach McIntyre is stressing, okay? Y'all, oh my goodness, we have hit an all-time high. We have 267 people in here, but we only have 75 likes. Now, if y'all are new here, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. The goal is to have 5,000 subscribers by January 1st, but let's go ahead and get the likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Pretty, please. Pretty, please. Let's get the likes up. And like I said, if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And this was, I think, a live she did maybe yesterday or 2 days ago. Y'all can't tell me she does not look tired. Oh, my little family, yes. The cop sees right through her. He was not for it. You heard how he was looking? Saw how he was looking? Heard how he was talking? I don't know who was at the house. I'm thinking it was Wood, hopefully. Hopefully it was Wood. Yes, a little condescending one too. How are you doing tonight? You think the other ones are still open? Is she doing the work to close them? Now, she did post it on her community wall. It is a crazy one, but they can still get you for neglect. So, yes, it is where you can leave your child, but they suggest 12. But this officer, he can come back tomorrow. And it can be, McKay can be with Peach. Wood done ran off to chill with Miss Sophia, or Peach has Troy or Choicey with him. Anyway, McKay's there or something like that. They can still say it's too much on McKay and stuff. There's still some wiggle room in it. So you have to be very careful. And that's why sometimes, what you see on the internet, you might still need to consult a lawyer, you need to consult a lawyer because there's still loopholes. Because like I was saying earlier, in the state of Florida, they have caught, babies by themselves, all types of stuff, and the parents will still get charged. That whole thing, no, because they were not. That's why he said, so you leave your baby, so all children can't be. Like, stop trying to be an asshole right now. That's basically what that officer was saying. Okay, see, that's what I'm thinking too. He was home but didn't let them inside. So whenever he's home and they come, he must not let them inside. But that one time when they were in the townhome, because remember, while she was walking up, the officers were already taking pictures and stuff of the kids. Good evening. I hope all is well. How are you doing? How are you doing this evening? Thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Oh, did she say McIntyre or McKay? Was it McIntyre that had to text the dad? That's what I missed. Okay. Yeah, you hear her, they got to be able to call 911. Y'all look at how she look in this picture, y'all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She only stay in pieces. She got to be really careful. I'm catching up on y'all. Oh, that's interesting. You're right. They could have talked to her later. Yeah, I hope he wasn't hungover. So that's what I'm wondering. I'm thinking she is labeled in the system as being hostile because you have to think about it. That first case that we really saw, the officers did not come with they didn't come. Mm-mm. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. This is a hot mess. That's what I do. That's what I do know. This is a hot mess. Okay, a hot mess. Peach. Mm-mm-mm. You done got yourself into some foolishness, girl. You really did. You got yourself in some foolishness, and I don't know what you're gonna do. And obviously, Peach, you don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know what you're gonna do either. You know, she don't know who called on her. She doesn't know who called. Yes, on another video, it did sound like the school called. They were making it seem like they were, but then they just made it seem like you needed a they made it seem like that was just the report they were reading. That's why I'm saying you don't need a report. Yes, they should be consider factors and stuff like that. But basically she's stating that if nothing has happened, that you guys like she's within the law. She didn't think this all the way through. Oh, of course, she's already starting to blame Black women. Hello, how are you? Hello, hello. Speaking to everyone in the chat. That's what I'm trying to figure out, child. You think they weren't in school? That's what they're saying. We saw that. That's what she said too. That's crazy though. Like CC29 though said with the accusations being against him, he should have been, mm-mm. No, the internet doesn't know where she lives, but she lives in Manatee County, but the internet does know where she goes to school and where those kids go to school. That's enough information. They know where they go to school and they know where they go to tutoring, and hell, they could even go over there to that gym because that's stuff that she decided to share. This is stuff that Peaches shares. Oh, she looked rough in this picture, y'all.
She be going up in that casino. I know. I can't make them believe what they don't want to believe. Remember, some of you guys are sloths. You literally believe that I was not pregnant with.
And this is why people still want to call CPS, because here she go calling people sloths.
Twin babies. Meanwhile, I got twin babies. I just heard one just fuss. Now he stopped. I have twin babies now. But I can tell you for a
hold on, let me kiss again. How they So Peach McIntyre has switched.
Y'all can fall for Peach's bullshit if y'all want to, but Peach got fake outrage. Peach is doing this fake outrage about their school giving her kids that little plastic bag. But if you see, the lady at the school said that they send consent forms to allow them to get the snacks in.
Hey y'all, this is Peach. Hey, Peach, let me tell you something. You better leave them people about that school. You better leave them alone, because you don't know. When I looked at the Little Tummy's people, Their Facebook page, you guys, they got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails about Peach. Peach, I'm telling you, this is your granny. Leave them people alone. Please leave them people.
My mother got a
fun time getting ready for our biggest fundraiser of the year. We are currently
I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Peach done bit off more than she can chew. All for $1. All for $1, y'all. All for $1. A quick come up. But so worried about your children being embarrassed, but you're okay with making a fool out of them. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Now you got CPS at the house. Come on, man. Who wants to live like that? Who wants to live like that? That's not even fair. And that's why the lady looking like, so each time this has happened, you know how the internet does, but you still choose. You still choose to do this. That's crazy. You know people are going to call. So why would you do that? Why would you put that kind of stuff even out there? All for content. All for views. Because she doesn't really want to do any real content. So she wanted to hope that she could run it up that way. Because she can't do no content. She can't do no content. She's so stuck on what's going on right now. She can't even focus on anything else to do some other type of content. Peach is so hurt right now. She is so hurt. She is hurt. She is distraught. This has truly messed her up. I told y'all that name trigger. She tried to go sell some classes about people falling asleep, waking up, and everything like that, and plan your October with Peach. She's trying to do any and everything because she still needs cash. That girl needs cash. But like y'all said, she did this to herself. She did it to herself. But she don't care. We know she doesn't care because it's the bottom dollar. So she can come out and say, I made $87,000. I made $87,000. Okay, so a lot of people are saying in the comments that she called them on herself. So if you feel she called them on herself, is she in need of some type of services? Hell, she might be. Or if the school called. So if the school called, put a 2 in the chat. If she called, put a 1 in the chat. Who called them? Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and like the video. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. But y'all put in the chat. Let me see. Who called them? So 1, a boss lady said she called. Cece said 2, which is the school. So 2 is the school. 2 is the school. So a lot of people, a lot of people saying call themselves. Yeah, she is barely with her children and would. Like I said, we don't see a lot of videos, but the narrative she put out when she complains about Wood is because he's asleep, he don't want to help. Every time she show him, he's shirtless, looking like he hung over or just woke up. Like, you know what you're doing because you do it for clicks and views. So if you don't want people to assume that, which, out of assuming they're making an ass out of themselves and you as well, maybe show him in a different light. Even showing him the other day helping McKay get dressed. He looked like he just woke up from a binger. So you should have at least have him splash some damn water on his face, clean himself up, put a shirt, like look decent. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta look, it don't have to look like he's going to, out or something, but he can still look clean and decent. It look like he just rolled out of bed. And that's the image that you continue to put out there, that y'all don't give a damn by how y'all look. Like y'all all going through a depression. We talking so much about Peach mental health. Hell, maybe Wood going through a depression too, because he don't keep himself up. He not even trying. They just basically boggled down with damn children. And he go out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And she trying to come back in all greasy and shiny today, but she didn't go live all weekend. So the reason you probably didn't go live all weekend is because them kids was running you batshit crazy, and Wood was gone. Wood was sick about hearing about the damn empty people tummies. He was tired of it. So you didn't go live. You just kept recording video after video after video. Hell, the weekend, people said from her voice and how hoarse it is, they could tell y'all was arguing all weekend. So maybe the neighbors called CPS. Shit. They said y'all were arguing on the weekend. So I don't know. Thank y'all for getting in the comments. I appreciate it. These those call them addicts. Yes, like they look like they are going through it, CC. They look like they are going through it. I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, damn, he used to be, like want to keep himself up. He's so unkept. He not even so on Friday. You're not even cleaning up on Friday, because that's how he looked on Saturday. So even his side chick, she getting bummy wood. I'm confused. I'm real confused. That doesn't make sense. That's right. It could be so many people that call. It could be so many people. We'll keep telling her she's she's a good mother with unkept kids. And then how are you a good mother when, okay, yes, I understand people on social media might call her, she might be calling on herself, whatever. But if I know that I feel people on social media are calling, I am going to change it up. Y'all might not never see my damn kids again. It might be just the Wood and Peaches show. And but she needs to use the kids for some content. She needs to do this, because she can't just, but that's putting your kid, that's neglecting their safety. That's neglecting their safety. They're not going to do anything. Nothing's going to happen. They've been called in every county. Like I said, we already said, people coming in the comments the other day said she's facing an eviction. This happens every time. She gets manic, crazy. She be pregnant. She's facing an eviction, and then they move, and a new case opens up where they live. A new case opens up where they live. They just had CPS at the house at the beginning of the summer when she was asking for the food. So no CPS sees that, there's no violence that they see or bruises, hopefully, and stuff. But she knows she has to have her kids enrolled in somebody's school. So you have to look like an ASS going up to that school after you showed your natural ass. Because now you have an open case. And CPS going to want to make sure those kids are enrolled in school and stay enrolled in a school. And if you try to tell them you're going to homeschool, and they are going to be very concerned, and that is going to be a red flag, because on file before you were asking for help. So they're going to say, well, damn, Yeah, you better watch out, Peach. Kids will tell all the business. All the business. You hear me? What you said at this point, Wood call. Oh Lord, y'all agree? Hell, maybe Wood did call. Wood might have called. If we can go ahead and get 10 people to like the video, I truly appreciate it. We do have over 100 likes. I thank each and every one of y'all. Y'all know the goal is to get 5,000 subscribers by January 1st. So go ahead and share the video, like the video, get in the comments. That helps the algorithm push out the video. Again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. So far tonight, we have gotten 2 new subscribers while we have been live on this video. I love that for us. They definitely don't. But she preyed on that type. She preyed on the type that was not able to afford Disney, was not able to do, certain things that's just like, girl, whatever. She preyed on them and belittled them, and they tried to, they wanted to be her. They wanted to be able to do those type of things for their kids, not realizing, how she was getting the money, how she wasn't paying her bills or whatever. She doesn't have a vehicle, she doesn't have a car note and stuff like that. Girl, I don't think they're going to give her free child care again. You think so? You think so? Yeah, I don't know if anybody on the internet would call about Wood being an alcoholic. Now, they would say he had, the kids, it's too many kids for him. But it's not really too many because he just at home with 4. But I guess, with twins, walking phenomenal, and Choicey can be a lot, though. That can be a lot. Oh, medical neglect. Well, I hope the school age children had a physical because, that's what they need to get in school. So I do hope that. Hey, Yvonne Lewis, how are you? No, girl, they don't have a family vehicle. Child, boo. Family vehicle. Family vehicle. Nah, they don't have one of those. That wasn't important. Hell, when Peaches first came on the internet, the kids ain't even have car seats, and people want to say she a good mother. Child, boo, that lady been riding dirty. That's what she does. She been riding dirty. So we've been here 52 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I have such a long day. But CPS is back at the house. She did not post anything about Jessica today. TikTok is still sick of her. She was back to selling those guides, whatever, in classes and everything like that. So my thing, Peach, you continue to blame the internet. You continue to, blame everyone but yourself. If the internet is so bad and it's causing your family so much harm, so much trauma, you can either get off the internet or you can go ahead and find a way where people will not see that. Like, I continue to say, you are not getting caught by the paparazzi. I've been telling you to stop going live, just how you basically messed up. Going live, you can't hold what you're going to say. But the only thing with the videos you post, your happy ass in a time of where it's my last thing to think about pulling out a camera, your happy ass pull out a camera. Okay, boom, you are dedicated to content creation. Boom. You are going to record some of the craziest situations, the most uncomfortable situations. Boom, that's content creation. But sometimes you got to sit back and say, do I need to post this right now? Is it necessary for me to post this right now? What are the long-term effects if I post this right now? How can this impact my children if I post this right now? But nah, you so busy worried about a dollar, a click, a view, and all this stuff, you're going to post it. Now, CPS going down the rabbit hole looking at it, you got the video of you cussing stuff out, throwing the stuff, all this stuff. You don't give a F if your kids are kicked out, F everybody, children. All this kind of stuff is just out there. So when people say, ooh, mental, when people say irate, you giving them proof. You're giving them proof. No, she definitely wasn't as cocky, asking for swim lessons and food and all that stuff. But you're only doing shorts. So even if you post 10 shorts a day, that's 30 minutes. Just try not to show Wood sleeping. Try not to complain about Wood sleeping. Like, do stuff so people will not call CPS. Stop showing your children. Every time you show Wood, he in the bed or on the couch. Or looking like he just woke up. So you have to change this narrative, Miss Peaches McIntyre. But y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, like I said already, because I got to get up early in the morning. So y'all have a good one. It is 10:19 p.m., but y'all have a good one. We did chat for a little bit. Y'all let me know what's going to happen with CPS. Get in the comments if you're catching the replay. Again, the goal is to have 5,000 subscribers by January 1st. Tonight, we got 4 new subscribers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all, for one last thing, if everyone can go ahead and like the video before I leave. Go ahead and like the video before I leave. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to at least 135. 5 people to like the video. Y'all have a good night. Let me see what you said. People. Yeah. You know what, Miss? We're going to have to keep track of the dates, but you are right. You are right. When we looking at it, something to think about. Look, they all saying, oh, y'all both said it. Back to back. Yup, let's wrap it up. This is what she does okay. So that's something we're gonna have to think about. I said she'd be pregnant, about to be evicted and everything, and then boom. But y'all have a good night. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Your girl is tired tonight.